What's going on, everybody?
What's up, y'all? Y'all already know what's going on because we're here to talk about this Roman Reigns and Jeyuso tribal comeback at SummerSlam.
It is officially SummerSlam week, and we're getting you guys ready for SummerSlam this upcoming Saturday, live on Peacock this Saturday at 7 or anywhere else or any broadcasting time limits where you are. But folks, we are getting ready for SummerSlam week, and what way to get way better at SummerSlam week? Tribal comeback.
And as you guys know, a couple weeks ago, Jay told Roman it's tribal comeback now.
Tribal comeback is now. Tribal comeback has now started, and tribal comeback begins this upcoming Saturday, because after Friday, there's no more talking.
Exactly. There's no more talking. It's no more shut up, Lil J. Oh, I'm the tribal chief. I'm the head of the tech. It's none of that.
It's no more of that, because now these two men will finally put their differences aside for the last time. One more final time. The Bloodline saga ends this Saturday.
The civil war of the Bloodline ends this Saturday. But so much is on the line. But you know something? We went live and we talked about this. You guys, we have really found out throughout the years, Jay has been that one.
A Pacific picture showed up tonight that showed on the Usos fan page that Jey Uso was wearing the same necklace that Roman Reigns wear, that you see him being the tribal chief. A long time ago, Jey Uso was a tribal chief.
Exactly, and these were teenage days.
Teenage tribal chief. Roman Reigns was known for his MVPs, awards, and football and everything else like that.
Exactly.
But Jey Uso was gifted the tribal necklace for some apparent reason.
And he had it on. Then you got Roman, who has nothing.
And we're going to get to the bottom of this tonight. But first, thank y'all for tuning in as well. Welcome to another episode of CTG. We love you guys so much.
Yes, we do.
We really do. Thank you to each and every one of you guys. This brand, this YouTube has reached 9.74, and that is because all of you we see every other morning and every night commenting on a different stuff or whatever, interacting with each other. So we thank you so much.
We thank y'all very much. But yeah, this started back when they was little teenagers. It is so much you can say because this a big old family. Jay told Roman, you broke up the family. That's your fault.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we look back, let's just go back real quick.
Down memory lane.
Down memory line. Sorry, not memory lane, not memory line.
Memory lane.
Let's go back down to memory lane. Let's go back to 2020, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Roman Reigns returned at SummerSlam.
Well, yeah, but if we're going to go back memory lane to head to this tribal comeback, let's go back to when these two men, matter of fact, all three of them, the Usos, including Roman Reigns, these three were like this.
Just like this. The Usos was already in WWE. Roman Reigns was already in developmental, trying to develop himself as a superstar.
Exactly.
Which was a very rough upcoming in this case, if you guys know what I'm saying.
Exactly. So these men, they did everything together. Everything. Sports. You know, when it came to wrestling, even play wrestling, all of this stuff.
Protect Roman from being dog food being poured on him too as well.
Exactly. That's when the Usos made their return to beat up Corbin and Ziggler. But the main thing is just like this goes all the way back. But if you guys look at that picture, as they got older, these was teenager pictures.
Looking at that picture, what does that tell you about Jey Uso?
So that means, Roman, you was getting all of the awards, the MVP, all this stuff. While you was receiving that, his dad and the rest of the family was preparing him for your spot.
Your spot. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we go back to 2021, Roman Reigns has been a dominant man since 2021. He even took out his frustration on Jey Uso as well.
Yes, he did. By beating him with a chair, all of this stuff. See, all of this started when Jey Uso won a singles match for a shot at the title.
And now, ever since then, things have been brewing. Because Roman has had to face Jey Uso in certain matches.
Not just Jey, Jimmy too.
Jimmy too as well.
See, Roman felt like he no longer had control over the Usos since Jimmy came. When Jimmy came back, he knew on down the line Jey was going with his brother.
Jey Uso saw is that Jimmy came back and was like, oh, thank God, he's back. Now I can get away from him.
Exactly.
But then Roman said, where you going? Huh? You just going to leave all this, all that we worked for or whatever? Mm-hmm. Because Roman was not having that at all.
He didn't like it. And Jimmy said a while ago, you trying to tell my brother away from me. Y'all remember when he told Roman he's his brother's keeper and not him? And it's true. Jimmy always had his brother back. It showed in all of these matches. Hell, it showed that Money in the Bank when they embarrassed Solo and Roman.
And then again, we go back to 2022. We go back to that 2022.
Hell in the Cell.
Hell in the Cell. 2022. We go back to when Sami Zayn tried to make his way into this family or whatever.
Yeah.
Taking bullets for Roman Reigns.
Doing anything he could to make sure the belt stayed on the tribal chief. So what happened? Roman put him in the bloodline, right?
Sami Zayn became a prodigy of the bloodline. Jey Uso stood back and just watched.
He watched. But as you guys know that Jey and Sami, they did not like each other. They connected heads. No. It was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, to the point where Roman got tired of it. And it's so much tension had rised in the bloodline with Sami. All of them, basically.
Everybody, Jey said he wasn't feeling oozy or whatever. Yep. You're not feeling oozy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Not feeling oozy. All right, then. Well, if you can't find your inner oozy, I'm going to do something you ain't going to like. Sami Zayn was going to be an honorary oos.
Exactly.
But Sami Zayn had to go through a lot of trials
and tribulations
to be an honorary oos.
Exactly. He had to prove himself over and over and over again. Like, it was crazy. Like, if you want to be technical, Sami is kind of the reason why Roman stayed champion also.
Also in so many ways. But things would take a turn because Sami would start to kind of feel bad about the things that he was doing to old friends, to people that he knew, to people that he wrestled with. A man that said he was down for the family, doing this. I'm going to beat him up just for y'all and do that. Sami Zayn felt sorry, felt grief. And Roman pushed Sami to the test. I'm going to do something that you're not going to like. I'm going to beat up your best friend and we're going to handcuff him and super kick him.
And we're going to finish him.
And we're going to finish him.
And when you least expect that Sami is going to get the job done, it backfires. Have you guys ever known anybody that Roman be with? They all backfire and turn on him.
All the love and everything that Roman put into y'all, this is how y'all do him. It started with Sami Zayn pulling the trigger. And then
Jimmy.
It would be Jimmy Uso who would get tired of the foolishness. And then he would pull the trigger.
He told his brother, he said, I got you. He said, I'm doing something you should have done a long time ago.
And now, folks, we have came to this point of no return. Jey Uso, a man that has been behind Roman's back since day one, since all of this started.
Exactly.
Is tired and said enough is enough.
I'm ready to get this over with. So yes, These two men, it's tribal combat. Anything goes. Yes, we can see Jimmy show up and fight solo. Yes, we could see Damian Priest cash in or join the match.
Yes, we could. And we also could see Jey Uso also throwing a lot of hints out there saying, oh, I beat you before when we were kids. I can beat you again. I can do this. I can do that.
Exactly. Roman said a lot of things. But the things Roman did not understand was you saying when you were kids, you didn't go all the way back into Face Paint Jay. Face Paint Jay was the guy that pinned you.
Yes, he did.
1, 2,
2013, guys. Literally. Jey Uso, a long time ago, pinned Roman Reigns in 2013.
And history repeated itself.
Fast forward this year, it happened again this year. But now Roman Reigns has been fed up. He is tired of this.
He is mad.
But Jey Uso is mad too as well because Roman and Solo took somebody out very close and personal to Jey.
They took his brother away. Everybody know Jey loves his brother. One thing you can say about the Usos, they do everything together. When it comes to that job, they does everything together. Whether they dress alike, talk alike, we all know when they get on the microphone, they dominate on it. Anything that Jimmy is going with, Jey is going with. So it's like, it's at the point where he feel like, okay, y'all took my brother out. Now I'm going to have to take y'all out. And that's exactly what we've been seeing. Solo ain't cutting apart. Solo, what are you doing?
Enough about Solo, enough about super kicks, enough about everything. The time for talk is finished.
It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, after this Friday, there is no more talk.
At the end of the night on Saturday, we will see will Roman retain that title or will the referee be raising a brand new hand.
A brand new hand. But this is the thing about a brand new hand. Is Jey Uso ready for a major title? That is the main thing. Is he major title material? Is he ready?
You never know. Because if you guys remember, it's a lot of tag teams in the company that are tag teams, but they went for singles competitor gold. And look how it turned out.
Edge, Christian, Jeff Hardy, Kofi Kingston.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kofi Kingston. We are talking about more names, major names that have probably been a tag team before.
This is a lot.
That have went on to win major titles. Literally, Rob Van Dam, for instance, was never a tag team wrestler, but first moved up. Now it's Jey Uso turn. Is Jey Uso ready for a huge major title push? That's the main thing.
I think he's ready. Jey don't have to prove himself. Jey is just going to shock the world and show everybody while he's main event Jey Uso. Yeah, Roman Reigns, you gave him that name. You may have did. But at the end of the day, there's always something about Jey that Roman just don't like.
No, he does not. But then again, this is the thing. Is Roman ready to drop these titles? Has Roman given us hints that he's saying, I'm tired now. I'm ready to give them away.
Exactly.
But is Roman really actually ready to give them away? Is he really ready to give the titles away?
Well, I'm be honest. Roman don't show up, so.
Is Roman really ready to give the titles away? Is he throwing out hints saying, I'm going to go take a break? You hold this for a little bit. I'll come back and take it when I'm ready to come back. Yep. That's the main thing.
But at the same time, so much can happen in this tribal combat. We can see so many things. But the craziest thing about them all, I cannot wait for Jimmy to pop up. Jimmy is all about payback. And then you got to understand, this is a no DQ, anything goes. So that means, yeah, if Jimmy want to stomp Roman in, yes, he can. He can stomp Roman in. That's just, we'll use Paul as an example. If you want to kick Paul, he can kick Paul. We all know Paul going to run.
But first, let's also rewind this one more time. Remember, one of the Usos also did super kick one another one time.
Oh, yeah.
At Puerto Rico Backlash.
Yeah, but that's because one of them moved.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot forget about that. This match could go either way. But if Jimmy Uso makes a mistake and super kicks Jey Uso opportunity could be gone.
But
just like that.
But you gotta look at it. If Jimmy was to get in the ring, okay, cool. He getting in the ring. He fighting. That don't necessarily mean Jay's in the ring. For all we know, Jay could be outside the ring prepping the table because somebody's going through it. 9 times out of 10, it's payback on both ends. So, yeah, I can see Jimmy putting Solo through the table again.
In a very interesting way. But then we leave you guys with this. Who walks out of SummerSlam this Saturday? The brand new Tribal Chief and the new undisputed WWE Universal Champion.
But you know something? We can't just say who will walk out because Mr. Priest has the most dangerous thing.
Mr. Senior Money in the Bank is also lurking in the shadows.
He has the most dangerous thing in his hand. Then you got Seth, he's World Heavyweight Champion. You got Gunther, that's IC champion. Theory.
Not going to be there.
No, but he's a champion. And then you got Roman Reigns. So, he's lurking. He can cash in on the least person we may think of.
And this is the thing. Just because we have tribal comeback going on doesn't mean that Senor Damian Priest could make his presence known and knock somebody out with a briefcase just to take a little away from this event to something else.
Exactly. So it's like you gotta watch out for Priest because Priest has the most dangerous thing in his hand.
If you are Jey Uso, you need to have eyes in the back of your head.
Nah.
If you're Roman Reigns, you also need to have eyes in the back of your head.
Nah, Jey Uso ain't got to worry about having no eyes in the back of his head. It's Roman that need to have eyes everywhere. Because, yeah, he can cash in at any time, any place.
He really can. And Roman, you have to be very careful to make sure that you have Solo Sikoa by your side just to make sure. But if it doesn't work, that may be it for you.
For all we know, you never know who may show up for this tribal comeback. Roman have made so many enemies.
There's a lot of enemies right now at the moment. I would not be surprised if Sami Zayn gets some shots in from old past memories.
Even Seth.
Kevin Owens,
or Cody.
Cody Rhodes. There is so many people that have unopened wounds from Roman Reigns.
Some of them got unfinished business. They making it very, very known.
But after it's all said and done, will it be Roman Reigns walking out of SummerSlam, out of Ford Field, still raising it up, still holding it?
Detroit, Michigan.
Still in Detroit. Shout out to Detroit. Will it still be Roman Reigns holding it up at the end of the day, still being that one?
Or will we see this?
Or will we see a brand new champion? Will we see Jey Uso finally doing the unthinkable? Finally taking everything away from Roman Reigns?
I can see that. I mean, come on. The Usos, yes, I can see them take everything. Everything that Roman worked hard for, I can see them taking it away. Solo on the other hand, sooner or later, Jay may not make him bow down, but Jay gonna just teach him a lesson.
At the end of the night, when the smoke clears, who will walk out of SummerSlam as the new Universal Champion and the new Tribal Chief?
Who will? Will it be Roman or will it be Jay? It's like this is tribal combat. Anything goes. So much can go down. Solo can spike Jay. Roman can spear Jay. So much can go on, but at the end of the day, will spikes and spears be enough for Jay?
Will spikes and spears be enough? Will super kicks be enough? Ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the saga. It is the end. It is the final episode
of the Bloodline.
We have now entered Tribal Comeback. the last ending of the Bloodline. Who will walk out of SummerSlam this upcoming Saturday live on Peacock in Detroit, Michigan? Who will it be? Roman Reigns, Jeyuso. You pick.
You pick, because my pick is jeyuso.
And we will not find out until this Saturday.
Yep.
It all goes down this Saturday, folks.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.